What did you see in the moment with that play, Dean?
So in the moment, what I saw was it was unusual to say the least, because typically when a lineman reports, it's just that lineman. They swipe the front of their jersey, they go to the referee. But actually, there were two linemen, Panay Sewell and Taylor Decker, that went to referee Brad Allen, and then a third lineman that was running onto the field, Dan Skipper, toward Allen, and then obviously Brad announces 70 is reporting is eligible, and that the whole play really predicates on 68 being eligible, because he's going to play the end of the line and he's the one that's going to go out and catch the pass. So it was unusual to see two and a third offensive lineman kind of going toward the referee to almost make it look like they were, one or two or all three were reporting. But obviously there was some kind of miscommunication that took place, because the Lions certainly wanted 68 to be the eligible player.
Did the Lions do anything wrong?
No, the Lions did not do anything wrong. And I have no doubt in my mind, obviously not knowing what was said, but I have no doubt in my mind that 68 said that he was reporting to the referee. You can't run that play without 68, and that's practice. This is a 2-point try with so much riding, that game, playoff implications. So there's no doubt in my mind that 68 is reporting. I do think the way they presented it created a little bit of confusion for Brad Allen. I think he went too fast. I think there's some accountability on the official side as well. 70 had reported earlier during the game. He sees 70 coming in. He assumes it's 70 and goes too fast. So I think I don't think the Lions did anything wrong by rule. I just think the environment created a situation where quite frankly, Brad Allen assumed something that wasn't true.
Okay, but they gather up after that. Why can't you just correct that? Or can the home office help them correct that? The Lions were saying, Jared Goff was saying, Dan Campbell was saying, hey, he reported, he was the tackle eligible here. Why couldn't they just say, you know what, we made a mistake?
At that point, I don't think they thought they made a mistake. I think Brad Allen thought that 70 was reporting. So, and they still, in the pool report, they had 70 reporting. So I don't think the league or the officiating crew thought that they made a mistake. He did make the announcement. I don't think it came over the broadcast, but I have seen some videos on social media where the announcement was made in the stadium. A lot of times those announcements are hard to hear when you're at field level. And I just think that miscommunication, combination of going too fast, what the Lions presented. And again, I think there's certainly accountability. I'm not absolving the officiating crew in this situation. I think Brad just went into kind of auto drive mode and assumed 70 was reporting.
Okay, and help me understand, when the coaches get together with the officials prior to the start of the game, what is discussed? And do you think that was discussed by Dan Campbell to the officials?
Yeah, I'm sure it was discussed. So 90 minutes before the game, 2 officials go to the home coach, 2 officials go to the away coach. They visit in the locker room. They go through any questions the coach may have, any special plays, any gadget plays. And from my understanding, Dan did explain to the officials that 70 would report during the game. We do have a tackle eligible play that we may run. I don't know to what detail or what extent it was explained to the crew pregame, but that's normal protocol. That happens every game when you have something, because you don't want the officials to be caught off guard in a situation like that and maybe throw a flag where it isn't a foul. And I think that's why those meetings happen. And I know that a conversation took place between the officials and Coach Campbell before the game.
It felt like the officials were blaming the Lions. Like they were trying to be too cute, It just felt that way in the post-game interview.
It did, and I've explained it that way too. Look, I think the Lions were trying to disguise who was eligible, but there's nothing illegal about that. There's no foul there. And I can't imagine them having this play in this situation. And 68 is not going to tell the referee, I'm eligible. And again, I do think it's just the official went too fast. And here we are talking about it.